My name is Shelby Jones, and I'm a freshman here at OU, and this is my OU move-in experience.
My name is Micah Wilson. I'm a freshman, and this is my OU move-in experience.
So my move-in day in August, I was the second move-in day out of all of them. So that was kind of a weird experience to see that there were 5 move-in days and I was the second one. So I felt like I got here before some of my other friends did. Before move-in day, the last day I had been on campus was like a football game in November of last year. And so it had been a long time since I had been on campus. And so it was just like, this is where I live now type thing. And like, especially driving from Lloyd Noble to Couch, I was like, oh my gosh, campus is huge. And this is just like the south end of it. Like, this is huge.
There was a lot going on, but I loved it because it was overwhelmingly exciting. I was already ready to move in the dorms. I was ready for change because I personally like change. And I got to bring my family with me. I brought my mother and my grandmother.
So my dad and my sister and my mom came with me. And my dad and my sister had to go back to Shawnee that evening. But my mom got to come up that evening and help kind of organize the room and everything.
They were stringent upon how many people were permitted in the dorms, especially during move-in day. Only the people who were living in the dorms could actually go there for, the move-in time, which was 3 for me, and then parents could come in at 5. And so there was a long line living outside, but it wasn't that crazy as to where it prohibited us from having a good time during move-in day. And I feel like with the precautions we have in line, we still had just as great of a time had COVID not been there.
My move-in day ended up being a little bit different because on the drive up here to Norman, I found out one of my friends had been exposed to COVID that I had been around, and he was getting tested that afternoon. So I was like, oh no, what do I do? I'm supposed to move into OU today. So I went and dropped my stuff off, didn't go in the building, didn't see anyone, and then went back to the Lloyd Noble parking lot to sit with my family and wait on his test results. So I didn't get to go straight up to my room right after moving my stuff in. My stuff all got to go up there, but I didn't, which was super weird. And so when we finally found out that his test was negative, that was exciting because I was like, okay, I get to go to college now. Of course, I didn't get up there until like that evening. It was like 6 o'clock before I got to my room. But those 3 hours of just sitting there waiting and realizing how different my moving day experience was compared to like past years and other people who didn't have to worry about things like that on their moving day. And it was just about going to college. It wasn't about COVID or anything like that. It made my moving day way different than I have thought about it being all my life.
I do know there are some prohibitions that COVID-19 brings that I'm not able to experience. I think it's slightly negative as to where we can't do as many things, and then the amount of people in certain events, it could have grown. I could have met more people. So yes, I think there are some slight negative effects of COVID, but despite COVID, I feel I've had a great time at OU. My friends have made the best of what we've got, and I think it is pretty good considering we have a pandemic in mind. It's great now, and had COVID not been there, it would maybe just slightly be better. If not, it can only get better from here, basically.